cannot pass!
I let you beat it. I'm loving.
Y'all can't hear me. What's going on? What's going on? Man, I'm still muted. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to another great epic episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. I really do appreciate it. I didn't want to give up. But I had the storm and knocked out everything and reset all my devices and couldn't get things turned back on, but seems like things are working right now. And so I did have a number of you guys in the chat before we got started with today's stream. And so I appreciate it. But since I said that I was, going to go to StreamYard or cancel the show, I can understand if nobody comes back for round 2, attempt 2. But if you are here, if you did come back, despite all of my technical difficulties, thank you very much. Please hit a 1 in the chat right now, letting me know how I'm looking, letting me know how I'm sounding, letting me know if I am crisp. Please, please, please letting me know if I am clear. Your boy would really, really appreciate it. I also had a guest that was going to be popping in today, but I left them a message just saying, hey, things aren't working out. I'm not able to get my system to work. And so, please enjoy the rest of your night. But I don't want to hold you up because right now with what time it is, I should be ending the show right now, but I am just not starting the show. But hey, your boy B. Avery, he never gives up. He never gives up. He never gives up. So again, I really do appreciate all of you guys' patience. Thank you so much. Warutu is in the building. Thank you so much, Warutu, for letting me know I'm looking and sounding good. Also, Mama Avery is in the building. So shout out to these two lovely people right here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you are interested in anything that I will be discussing today, link is in the description box below. But hopefully you are having a great Sunday today. Hopefully this is the best Sunday that you've ever had in your entire life in quite some time. Hopefully you have all of your clothes washed your dishes washed, your clothes ironed out, laid across your bed like it's the first day of fourth grade school. And wherever you are, whether you're in the bed, you're on the couch, you're on your recliner, you're on your roof, your balcony, your pool, jacuzzi, at work, in the car, hopefully you are ready to get all of this movie news round up a goodness. Okay, let me know what you're sipping on. Let me know what you're snacking on. Please, please, please let me know what those libations are. I would really, really appreciate it. And we have, how many topics do we have today? We have a total of 6. Okay. And so again, I don't have the homie Soto in the building right now, but who can afford clothes in this economy? Right. I haven't bought myself clothes in ages. It has been eons since I bought my clothes. I still have clothes in my closet from college that still fit. Some of them do fit, some of them don't. You know, I have gained a few pounds, but anyway, yeah, we do have 6 topics today, guys. And so I need some help from you guys, either Mama Avery or Rarutu or Xander Cage. What's going on? I'm waiting on one of you guys to put in the chat, let's go, or let's get the party started, or, you know, start the show, Brandon. And as soon as I see that comment, we can get this party going. We can get this party going. But what's going on, Xander Cage? Thank you so much for being here. I really, really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I feel so bad too because I wasn't able to start the show on time due to all the technical difficulties and things like that. But hey, you know, things happen and you just got to ride with it. You got to ride with it. So I don't know, Mrs. Avery, Rarutu, Xander Cage, y'all let me know when we can get the show started. Just say, hey, let's go. Okay, Rarutu, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I'm waiting on this the comment to pop up here. Here we go. Here we go. So according to Rarutu, we can go ahead and get this party started. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Movie News Roundup show number 129. All right, guys, welcome back again. Like I said, to Movie News Roundup show number 129. I really do appreciate it. And again, if you are interested in what we will be discussing today, link is in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And one of the first topics that we're going to be getting into today is Knives Out 3. Knives Out 3 starring Daniel Craig. The cast, guys, is getting juicy. Who has just joined the Knives Out cast? We're definitely going to be talking about it. The name of the film is Wake Up Dead Man. I enjoyed the first 2 films. Hopefully I will enjoy the third one just as much. Topic number 2 is going to be Nicholas Galitzine to play He-Man in long-delayed Masters of the Universe film at Amazon MGM. I never really watched the show when I was a child, and I did see a few episodes of the live action adaptation that they just made that's streaming right now. It was decent. Didn't really fall in love with it, but a live action series of this should be pretty dope. Hopefully the person that was cast, Mr. Nicholas, can knock it out of the park. I'm definitely excited about topic number 3. Chris Hemsworth is in talks to star in Paramount's Transformers/G.I. Joe crossover movie. I honestly could not think of a better person to fulfill this role. I know he is going to kill it, and I definitely can't wait for this. One of my favorite movies of all time is 300. They came out, I believe, in 2006 or 2007. Well, guys, we're getting a TV series. It's in early development at Warner Brothers Television right now. Yes. And guys, I'm a Star Wars fan. I am. I do love the original trilogy. I'm a casual fan, but not a diehard. And we have some news as far as this is concerned too. Lucas boss femme Kathleen Kennedy says a lot of women in Star Wars struggle with fan attacks because of the fan base being so male dominated. These fans are evil and they need to go somewhere and kick rocks. And last but not least, guys, your boy, 2-time Academy Award winner, Mr. Mahershala, is joining the Jurassic World franchise. Is this good? Is this bad? Is this going to get in the way of his Blade film with Marvel? I don't know. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest with you, but we're going to be talking about this. Also, guys, if you want an audio only version of the show, link is in the description box with buzzsprout.com. I am on all of these platforms right here: Spotify, Podcast Index, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, and SoundCloud as well. So if you are interested in the audio only version of the show, go ahead, click that link, get your audio download on. I would really, really, really appreciate it if you did all of that. And guys, share the video, share the video, share the video. I'm live right now, of course, on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and also Facebook. But let me not waste any more of you guys' time, and let's go ahead and get to this first topic of the day. And what are we talking about again, guys? We're talking about that Knives Out film that I really did enjoy. And if you look at it on Rotten Tomatoes, it made 97% for the first film and 91% for the second film. Now, I will go ahead and admit to you that I did not enjoy the second film as much as I did the first film. Not saying that it was bad. It was good. It was still good. But, you know, the first film just really blew me out of the way. I really enjoyed it because I just had no idea what was around the corner and who was guilty as far as the antagonist is concerned, going around murdering and killing people, you know, and it just wasn't revealed at the end. Sometimes I can, you know, think really hard in my head and kind of figure out, okay, this is the person that did it. You know, this is the person that's guilty, but that was definitely not the case with Knives Out. Now, at the box office, the first film did fairly well. It made $312 million at the box office. Part two, not so much because it was released on Netflix. And so, of course, they're not going to be having any box office results or anything like that. But this is topic number one coming from Deadline. And we have three articles here because we have three people cast in the role. We have first, it is Miss Glenn Close, who is latest to join the Wake Up Dead Man Knives Out mystery. We also have Jeremy Renner, who is in the show Mayor of Kingstown right now, and also of Clint Barton, Hawkeye in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And last but not least, let me go ahead and hit refresh on that, Miss Kerry Washington, the star from Scandal. She's been in the acting game for a minute. I'm a fan of all of these actors, all of these actresses. They are very, very talented, great cast, and this makes me even more excited than I already was. Deadline has the exclusive for all three of these, but we're going to read the one from Kerry Washington. The latest Knives Out sequel recently landed a title and now has added more star power to its ensemble as Deadline is hearing. Emmy-nominated Kerry Washington is set to join Daniel Craig in Netflix's Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. She joins new cast members Josh O'Connor, Kaylee Spaney, and Andrew Scott, with Craig set to return as world-renowned detective Benoit Blanc, with Ryan Johnson back as director. Johnson penned the script and will produce his T-Street along with producing partner Ram Bergman. Now, y'all hit a one in the chat if y'all are a fan of this franchise, if you've seen the films, if you liked them, if you hated them. If you were somewhere in between and you thought they was good, but, you know, they was just somewhat forgettable, you know, let me know. But I really did enjoy all of these films, like I said. And so, you know, this does get me excited. Pretty much the same thing with Jeremy Renner joining the cast. I really am happy to see him getting work as well, because y'all, if you didn't know, well, now you're about to. He was recently injured in a snowplow accident, I think at the beginning of 2023, and it was a near-death experience. And so I'm really glad that he was able to make it out okay, and that, you know, he's dang near fully recovered at this time. That's pretty dope. And so shout out to Jeremy Renner. And of course, come on, y'all, Glenn Close, come on. She's a legend in my opinion. You know, I mean, she may not be your favorite, but I think the woman is very, very talented. And so, you know, things are looking really good for Knives Out right now. And I can't wait for this. Hopefully the third film will be at least better than the second one, because it's going to be a tall order if we want this to be better than the first one, because it was just so damn good. But, you know, when you have Glenn Close, when you have Jeremy Renner, when you have Miss Kerry Washington, I don't see how you can go wrong. You know, it's just a great stellar cast. And so I'm really, really excited about it. Hopefully things can pop off the way we want them to. But apparently in the world of Knives Out, it is going down. It is going down. And I can't wait. I cannot wait for that. So again, guys, if you are interested in this, please let me know down in the comment section below, whether you're watching this via live or in the replay. And there is a link to this in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and move on to topic number two. Topic number two. And people have been wanting to make this into a live action series since I can imagine before I was born. You know, it's good material. It just seems like it would be extremely hard to execute. But man, if you did execute it the right way, whew, you're going to have a winner on your hand until the end of time. Real talk. We're talking about this He-Man. And again, we finally have somebody cast in the lead role. This is coming from Variety for topic number 2, Movie News Roundup, number 129. Nicholas Galitzine to play He-Man in long-delayed Masters of the Universe film at Amazon MGM. This is what the guy looks like right here. And to be honest with you, I have never seen this guy in my life. I don't know who he is, but this is our He-Man right here. And I'm on the fence. Should this have been an actor that we know and love? Or was it the best idea that this would be an unknown like we have here? I don't know. You guys tell me. But Nicholas Galitzine may need to call his hairdresser. The brunette idea of you actor has been cast as He-Man, the blonde barbarian who inspired the popular Mattel toy in the upcoming film adaptation Masters of the Universe. Bumblebee director Travis Knight is directing a movie for Amazon MGM Studios and Mattel. By the power of Grayskull, the long-delayed film will be released in theaters on June 5th, 2026. Masters of the Universe has endured a particularly tortuous 2-decade-plus journey on the big screen. The project was set up at Warner Brothers and Sony before moving to Netflix, which axed the film in 2022 over budget concerns. Countless directors have been trying to get this to pop off into fruition, but it never has. And so finally, we are getting this thing off the ground right here. And so let me see. We're thrilled to bring the beloved Master of the Universe to life and couldn't be more excited to announce the immensely talented Nicholas Galitzine as our He-Man. As our He-Man, said Julia Rappaport, head of film production and development, Amazon MGM Studios. This reintroduction of the character and his universe will be an epic film that will delight audiences from here to Eternia. I do like that. Masters of the Universe continues Galitzine's relationship with Amazon MGM Studios after most recently starring opposite Anne Hathaway in the romantic comedy The Idea of You. Y'all hit a one in the chat if you've seen it. I haven't. He also appeared in the studio's Red, White, and Royal Blue adaptation and will return for the forthcoming sequel. That's what's up. Galitzine, other credits include Amazon's Cinderella remake, starring Camila Cabello and Netflix's Purple Hearts. Galitzine is represented by the UK's Curtis Brown Group, WME, and you can read so on there. But I don't know this guy, man, but he's going to be our He-Man, our Master of the Universe. And so let me see how many credits he has. Actor, 15 credits, Masters of the Universe, The Idea of You. Has anybody seen that? Now, he also mentioned Red, White, and Royal Blue. And Cinderella that came out in 2021. Now, I did see Cinderella. Is this the one directed by, I don't even want to look at the director's name. I want to see if I can guess it. Kenneth Branagh? Let me see. No. Okay, this is the Amazon Cinderella. So, no, it wasn't. Okay, directed by Kay Cannon. Because I was about to say the Cinderella that came out with Kenneth Branagh a number of years ago, that was dope as hell. But I haven't seen this. I haven't seen him in anything. And when this news first dropped, all of my friends was like, hey, do y'all know who this is right here? And I didn't, and so nobody did. And so, you guys let me know what y'all think about this right here. I'm very, very curious. I'm very, very curious. But let me know Let me know. Hold on.
Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary.
All right, guys. Well, y'all know what that means right there. It means that I have a guest backstage, and I cannot wait to bring them on. I really do appreciate them giving me their evening because things wasn't going to work out. But, you know, hey, the things are working out. Coming to the stage.
I lived my entire life waiting for this moment. Indingo and Jadaka! Unyanaka and Jobu! I found my daddy with panther claws in his chest. Nah, I'm your king. Come on.
It is Mr. Larry with Today I Feel Like. What's going on, my guy? How you doing, sir? How you doing? Oh, you muted, sir. I can't hear you.
See if we can get this right.
There you go. I can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Man, I forgot to turn my mic on.
It's all good. I was nervous. I was like, oh no, did I click something else? Because your boy been having all these technical difficulties today, but I'm glad I can hear you. I hear you loud and clear, so I hear you loud and clear.
That's good. Yeah, man. Oh, that dude, he was the lead in Mary and George. That's that mini series that was just out on, I think it was on Max.
Really?
So, yeah, it was good. It was one of those historical pieces. It was based on, it was really twisted. It was about this woman, Mary. She was sort of in I think it was, who was it, King George? I guess it was in his, she was trying to get in his court. Basically, the guy was known for being very, very beautiful, and the king was gay. So basically, she sent him off to France to learn how to be gay. And
Really?
And then he came back. She placed him in the court, seduced the king, and basically the two of them climbed through power. And yeah, it was a trip.
Huh. Okay.
Show
And
was
this
a trip, but basically
this is on Netflix.
this is on. I believe it's on Max.
Oh, no, you did say Max. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
What's it called? If you see it on the screen.
Mary and George. Yeah, it's right there. The one that says 7 episodes.
Okay.
It's good. It's a little twisted. I was like, what's her name is in there? Julianne Moore. She is ruthless and cold, man. She basically sent her boy out there. She has him who was, you know, everybody thought was beautiful and charming, and then he was sort of in love with this maid that worked in the house, and the mom was like, nah, we're sending you off to Paris to learn how to get turned out so you can come back and seduce the king. And that's what they did. And then the other son was like mentally retarded or something. He was a little bit off, but it was a good show. It was just very, very twisted.
Well, I do appreciate the recommendation. So do you think this is a good casting right here for He-Man? You think he can fulfill the role and, you know, do it justice?
That's a tough one, man. I mean, because I feel like for He-Man, he's going to have to bulk up a bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the dude's not fit, but he's not muscular like you would think He-Man would be. So
yeah.
You know, I don't know how they're gonna work that out.
Yeah, we'll see, because He-Man is pretty small, man. He's a pretty small character, you know, and so I don't know how they're going to do this. I mean, he's going to have to look swollen than Thor, in my opinion. So, and we know how difficult. Hard. Yeah. So I don't know if it's going to be some CGI, some bodysuits, or something like that. But you know, I mean, hey,
think about what's his name, man. The dude that was in the Marvel, that was in what was the Marvel one? The Pakistani dude that basically went on like a nonstop workout regimen for like 2 years to bulk up for his Marvel role.
Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah, man. That dude, that was like a whole lifestyle. That dude talked about working out nonstop for like 2 years, and he wasn't even half as big as dude from Thor.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just. It's not like going to the plastic surgeon for, you know, if you want some butt or calves or something. I mean, you gotta spend some time in the gym. It takes time. And
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they can get them cut. I don't think they're going to bulk them up, though, like that.
We'll see. But I am interested. And so, guys, let us know down in the comment section what you think about this. Link is in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. That's a tall order right there, man.
John Cena do that role.
So Yeah. That seemed like it would be a bit more realistic if I had to be honest with you. But Larry, I can't. I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before, but I honestly can't remember. How do you feel about the Transformers franchise?
It's cool. It's cool. I don't have a problem with the Transformers franchise. I know a lot of people talked about it. They didn't really. Some people thought that Michael Bay was a little bit too much over the top with his cheesecake stuff. But I'm down for making good running in slow motion and explosions and cars and what. I mean, what's not to like about it?
I got you.
It's one of those franchises that you have to take with a grain of salt. You can't go into it seriously, and because that's not real. That could never be possible. It'd be like, come on, man. We're talking about robots that turn into cars and cars that turn into robots that are aliens. I mean, none of it's real. You just kind of have to go in, suspend every ounce of disbelief, and have fun with it.
Okay.
So I'm down for that.
What about G.I.
But I still
Joe?
wish they had made Voltron before they did Transformers.
What about G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joe's cool. I'm waiting for him to come out. They need to redo G.I. Joe. I feel like when they did it before, they did it just okay. I feel like it could have been a lot better. G.I. Joe is such an iconic, American hero character. They really should have done that series better, that movie better, the couple of movies. I want to see them do it again, and I want to see them just, I don't know, they may have to find some better writers, dump some more money into it. I don't know, but I want them to be bigger with it.
Well, I do apologize because I did send you the topics late today, kind of at the last minute, and I didn't even drop these in our group chat throughout the week. But if you did not see the last Transformers movie, they kind of hinted at a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. And I think that's just be freaking amazing. And not only that, Larry, we have somebody in talks right now to lead the film. This is coming from Deadline, and I couldn't think of a better person. This is topic number 3. Chris Hemsworth in talks to star in Paramount's Transformers slash G.I. Joe. I'm going to start that over. Chris Hemsworth in talks. Huh?
Is he going to beat G.I. Joe?
I doubt it, but I don't know. But Chris Hemsworth in talks to star in Paramount's Transformers slash G.I. Joe crossover movie. This seems hella entertaining right here. Deadline has the exclusive, but Chris Hemsworth is in talk to lead the film by Hasbro. Upon finalizing the deal, this will put the Melrose Avenue lot back in business with Hemsworth, who is already starring in Paramount Animation slash Hasbro's Transformers 1, which hits theaters later on this year. That movie was one of the highest testing Paramount Animation titles ever. The seeds were planted for a crossover movie between the two mega 80s Hasbro brands and the epilogue of Stephen Cable's Transformers Rise of the Beast last summer, a sequel which revives the robots in disguise on the big screen with a big screen of $439 million, which is more than Indiana Jones, the Dial of Destiny's worldwide take. I don't know why they included that in, maybe because it's Paramount too, but that just kind of seemed like, hey, let's, try to pump ourselves up a bit. But, bro, Chris Hemsworth, Thor, who was also in the Netflix films where he was kicking. I forgot the name of that movie. When I got it right here. I know
exactly what you're talking about. The
Extraction 1 and 2. Extraction, yes, which I love, bro. This is perfect. This is, I know the article says it's in talks, but I honestly could not think of a better person to fulfill this role, to lead those films. I mean, Chris Hemsworth is just one of the few or many actors that just screams macho, when it comes to just action adventure type films. So to put him at the middle of this and between, on top, bottom, I think this is perfect. How you feeling about it?
I like it. I could see him doing that. It's funny because when they first said it, I was thinking that what's his name that plays Captain America could do it too, but maybe it's too similar of a role. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see him doing that role. Yeah. I can definitely see him doing that role. It just seems like a natural good fit. It just seems like a natural good fit, and so. They should really do some other crossover stuff while they're at it. They should go ahead and bring in the Ninja Turtles with them.
You know what? I wouldn't be mad at that. Why not? They need to do something Hollywood, with the box office not being the best as it was. I don't know. It may never recover. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But I want to see Extraction 3. I want to see Thor 5, and I want to see Chris Hemsworth, doing this this G.I. Joe crossover with Transformers. I think this is absolutely perfect. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. And I will be there, front row and center, man. And so, hopefully this is as good as we all want it to be. And so, let me see. Go ahead.
If you guys have not seen Extraction 1 or 2, you have to go watch them. I mean, even if you're not interested in the story or any of that, just go watch it, put it on, and even if you put mute, just watch the camera work on there. It is amazing to watch the camera work. And some of those sequences, from my understanding, were like long single takes where they just started at one place and you had cameras being passed off. I saw some of the behind the scenes stuff of it. It was absolutely phenomenal to watch the work that they were doing. It is amazing. Definitely check them out. I think you guys will enjoy it. And sometimes it's fun when you watch the behind the scenes of some of these programs. It makes you appreciate the actual finished product that much more. So
I agree. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. But guys, let us know in the comment section what you think about this as well. But Chris Hemsworth, he may be leading the new Transformers films, and I'm definitely here for it. Transformers and G.I. Joe, I'm definitely here for it. And so hopefully this will be as good as I want it to, because I'm really looking forward to it. I really am. Now, Zack Snyder, my guy, he has some hits and misses on his filmography. Like, I did not like Sucker Punch. I thought that film was absolute trash. If I have to be honest with you, very, very disappointing. But Dawn of the Dead, his first film.
I can't remember of it.
Yeah, that's just how bad it was. I mean, we can go down the list as far as good or bad films that Zack Snyder has done. I'll give him 60-40. 60% of his films are good. 40% of them were trash. Like he just did The Rebel Moon on Netflix. I don't know, you saw that.
I did.
You were actually, your commentary on that, Larry, was the nail in the coffin of me not going to waste my time to watch it, because everybody was saying that it was so horrible, and then you came through like, yeah, guys, this movie sucks ass. I can't do it. Talking about part 2 was worse than part 1, and I didn't even like part 1, so I was like, man. However, he is coming back for 300, and not a movie, but a television series. And, I'm not a history buff, but I do enjoy my history, even though some of it may be a bit of a fantasy. But I'm definitely here, or as far as 300 is concerned, but I'm definitely here for this. This is coming from Variety, and they have the exclusive as well. 300 TV series in early development at Warner Brothers Television. I think this is good, man. A 300 TV series adaptation is in early development at Warner Brothers Television, Variety has learned from sources. Exact plot details are still being worked out, but sources say that the show will serve as a prequel to the 2006 film. No writer or platform is currently attached to the project. Deals are still being negotiated, but Zack Snyder, who directed and co-wrote 300, is in talks to direct and executive produce the series. Deborah Snyder, his wife, who executive produced 300, would also return as an executive producer under her and Zack Snyder's Stone Quarry production banner, with Stone Quarry's Wesley Kohler also on board. Gianna Nunari, Mark Canton, and Bernie Goldman, all who were producers on the film, are likewise in talks to return as well. Larry, is this a good idea, or is this a good idea? What you think? Oh, you may disagree. Where you at on this?
No, I mean, I love 300. It's one of my favorite movies. I love it. When it comes on, 300 is one of those movies that when you're flipping through channels and it's on, you just find yourself leaving it there.
Yep.
And just watching it, and that's the way it is. I like it. My fear is that they will screw it up. That they will... My fear is that they will go back to the well for a money grab and screw it up. That's not to say it's going to make the original film, worse. It's not. I mean, the original film is what it is. But if you're going to make a prequel of some sort, and then you start messing with the soul of the first film, because you start picking away at little stuff. This is supposed to happen. This means that. It's just, sometimes you just need to leave stuff alone. And I feel like they wouldn't be going back to this well if some of his other movies had done better. I feel like he's had some flops, and now he's just like, okay, well let's just go back to what we know.
Yeah.
And maybe he just needs to spend more time just developing some new projects and getting it right.
Yeah. I'm definitely not mad at that. But out of everything,
when he has hits, he has big ones.
Yeah, he does. That kind of makes me want to pull up his filmography real quick and just kind of go down the list. I wasn't going to do that, but I am going to do it now because I feel like it, and I want him to win. I really do.
Yeah.
And so I felt really bad when he was taking off the project of Justice League, but when he came back, I really did enjoy the Zack Snyder's Justice League cut. It didn't need to be 4 hours long. But it still was really good. So we have Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2, which was trash. So I mean that's what everybody said. Army of the Dead was pretty good. Zack Snyder's Justice League was pretty good. Batman v Superman, no, I didn't really care for that. Man of Steel was good. I enjoyed that. I did not like Sucker Punch. I did like Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Ga'Hoole, and Watchmen. And Dawn of the Dead. That was his first movie that came out of 2004, 20 years ago. I have that on DVD downstairs. I remember that was a staple film for me in college. And of course, 300. Have you seen Dawn of the Dead?
I want to say I have, but I can't. It's just not. It's just not ringing any bells about what it was about right now. But I feel like I've seen it. I
got you. Well, it was about zombies. They were trapped in a mall. Has Ving Rhames in it. I know you like Ving Rhames, so put it on the bucket list. If you want to, But yeah,
I'll
Zack Snyder.
Watch it and I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this now.
Got you. But Zack Snyder, we're rooting for you, sir. Right? Don't mess this up now. The first 300 was really good, and also the second one too, the Empire one. And so, wait, what was it called again? I'm looking right now. No, he didn't direct 300 too. It was somebody else. But guys, link is in the description. Go ahead.
Sometimes I feel like these guys try and make the same stuff and want the same sort of genre stuff. And if it's not working out, just go in a different direction. Just go in a different direction altogether. Go make yourself a slapstick comedy or something, or go make yourself a rom-com or something. Just mix it up. See what happens.
Ooh, I don't know if I would want him to do a romantic comedy, but
Imagine how utterly ridiculous it could be if you ended up with some half-action, crazy, weird world, rom-com. It could be hilarious, and that's one of those things. Sometimes people are, I feel like sometimes that people get locked into a box where they're comfortable, and sometimes Hollywood locks people into boxes where they're basically like, no, this is an action director, no, this is a comedy guy, or no, this is a rom-com or a war chick or something. Just let people do different stuff and see what comes of it,
I never would have thought of that, but the way things are going at the box office, I can't get mad at you for saying it. That actually may work. So I don't know. We'll see. But y'all let us know down in the comment section below your thoughts on this. Larry, how you feeling about Star Wars, bro? You watch the show?
I do. I mean, I like Star Wars. I obviously I grew up on it like a lot of other people. I've been watching it with my niece. I've been really surprised because my niece, who's 15, she loves Star Wars stuff, man. So I sort of look forward to it because she's looking forward to it. So, it's kind of fun seeing her excitement about it. It kind of makes it exciting for me. So,
you looking forward to The Acolyte?
I am actually looking forward to The Acolyte, yeah.
Starring Miss Amandla Steinberg. You do. Yeah, we're going to talk about this, man, but I kind of feel sorry for our girl over here, bro, because she's been going through it. These Star Wars, I don't even want to call them fans. I want to call them Star Wars trolls. Because they be giving her a hard time, or these women at least, being assholes. And, I really don't like it. But I will say, I did see the first episode of the new Acolyte. And after the show today, I'm gonna finish the first 4. I like the show so far. I do. I didn't like the first 15 minutes. but the second 15 minutes came through pretty strong. But let's see what Miss Kathleen Kennedy has to say about women in Star Wars. And this is coming from Variety. And it says, Lucasfilm boss Kathleen Kennedy says a lot of women in Star Wars struggle with fans' attacks because of the fan base being so male-dominated. That's horrible. In a new interview with the New York Times for the upcoming Star Wars series, The Acolyte, Lucasfilm's president Kathleen Kennedy said she is aware that women in the space franchise are often attacked online more than men because of the fan base being so male-dominated. Female stars Daisy Ridley and Carrie Marie Tran certainly faced online harassment from toxic fans when the most recent Star Wars film trilogy was released. And now The Acolyte is already being attacked in certain corners of the fandom. The Acolyte is an original story created by Leslie Headland that's set long before the events of The Phantom Menace. Headland, known for directing such films as Sleeping with Other People and co-creating Netflix's hit comedy series Russian Doll, is the first woman to serve as a showrunner of a Star Wars series. Her show includes a major new female character played by the likes of Amanda Steinberg, Carrie-Ann Moss, Jodie Turner-Smith, and more. As reported by The Times, a loud primordial part of Star Wars fandom has pushed back in predictable fashion, that's horrible, against the show. Why are there so many women? Why girls, minority characters increasingly dominating the ranks of Jedi? Read comments of the Acolyte trailer, with others expressing a similar worldwide view. Some trolls have nicknamed Headland series the Wokealite. I did not know that. That's horrible. My belief is that storytelling does need to be representative of all people. Kennedy told the publication about her support for Headland's Acolyte vision. That's an easy decision for me. Operating within the giant franchises now with social media and the level of expectation is terrifying, Kennedy continued. I think Leslie has struggled a little bit with it. I think a lot of women who step in Star Wars struggle with it a bit more because the fan base being so male dominated, they're sometimes getting attacked in ways that can be quite personal. Larry, this is awful, man. I hate to see it. How do you feel about this? Do you think these trolls, these so-called fans are right, or do you think they just need to shut up and fall off a cliff somewhere?
I mean, I don't want them to fall off a cliff because I don't want anybody to die over something as silly as this. But it is kind of ridiculous that this is happening. But it's not to be unexpected. We all know exactly what's going to happen with these things. If you come out with a new Star Wars movie or a Star Wars show, and there's a woman as a lead, they're going to then give you all kinds of grief. Oh, it's all this wokeness. Oh, it's only because they're trying to put out some agenda or this and that. If it's a black person, they're going to say the same thing. If it's an Asian person, if it's an Hispanic person, basically, if it's anything other than a white male, then the Star Wars trolls are going to get up in the comment sections. They're going to get all over Reddit and everywhere else, and they're going to have their little incel tizzy fits. And it is what it is. I mean, I'll tell you, it has gotten to such a point now, I think, and this is just my personal opinion. I think they have gotten to the point where they are so utterly ridiculous in their bias and the way they attack anything that's not white, male, hetero, that the powers that be just don't pay attention to them anymore. They have lost all of their, I think they have pretty much lost all of their cred, because anytime they say something, now people are just like, oh, they just dismiss them, like, oh, those are just those incel trolls, don't pay attention to them, because that's really what they are. You know? Yeah. If it's not a white male hetero dude, then they're all up a tizzy. Now if you have some white dude, they have nothing to say.
Right.
So I really, the universe is not made up of white men. That's just what it is. There are white men in it, but it is not made up of white men. And they need to understand there are lots of other people. There's going to be women. There's going to be minorities. There's going to be people who are gay. There's going to be people who are trans. There's going to be people who are of all different sorts of stuff. And you just have to learn to share the universe. And if you can't, then go make your own universe. No one's telling you that you can't make something. Go make your own stuff.
Do you think this it's a natural progression? All of the minorities or women that are being included in entertainment these days, or you think it's natural, or you think it's hurting the film at all, or the series, or where how do you feel about that part?
I think that when they show women in these roles, women and minorities in these roles that are that are either made for them, or they just they're not necessarily specific to being a minority or a woman or a man. If it's just a role and they're just put in a role, then it's fine. What I don't like seeing is when they try to inject somebody into a character or into a role that's like, I don't want to see a role that's supposed to be a man played by a woman and vice versa. Now, there are plenty of roles that don't need to be gender specific, and if you write a role and it doesn't need to be gender specific, then you cast the best actor. If you just say this is a Jedi, this is what this Jedi does throughout this entire show, and you have an open casting for all men and women, and the best actor gets it, and it happens to be a woman, then cool. Maybe you make some different. Maybe you make some slight adjustments for the character being a woman. Maybe you don't need to, But I think the biggest problem is when they try to sort of jimmy rig a male character into where it should have been a female, or a female where it should have been a male, or something else. I think it's maybe a little bit easier with race because, an Asian dude is still a dude. A black dude is still a dude. A white dude is still a dude. I mean, same for women. I think in a lot of ways the racial element is less of a problem than the gender one when it comes to movie stuff. But for some of these things, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if it's a man or a woman. I don't really care. If it's a good story and it's fun and it's exciting and there's action and drama, what do I care? What do I care if the lead is a male or a female?
I agree.
Makes me know never mind.
I like that. I like that. I pretty much agree with everything you said. So good job.
This is
Go ahead.
And as you mentioned, this is an original story. So this is not even something that the fanboys can point back to and say, "Oh, this isn't real. This isn't authentic. This doesn't match with. This isn't canon or anything. This is original." They made this character entirely out of thin air. They can do whatever the hell they want to do with it. They can cast the people they want to cast. They can make the people look however they want to look.
I agree.
That
well
is what
said.
it is.
Well, I could say exactly what you said, but I'm not. I'm just going to echo, all of your thoughts, all of your sentiments. So thank you very much. But guys, y'all let us know what y'all think about this right here. Do you agree or disagree with the trolls? We disagree with the trolls over here. We think they're stupid and stinky, and maybe don't need to fall off a cliff, but they can definitely go kick rocks. But Kathleen Kennedy has some things to say. So do we. So do everybody that believes in justice and all of that stuff right there. But link is in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. And let us know whether you're watching this via live or in the replay. And like I said, I'm gonna, Disney was nice enough to give me the first 4 episodes, and I'm gonna finish them as soon as we're done with the stream. But the first episode, I was like, you know what? At first, I was like, oh gosh, what the hell are they doing? But it ended pretty well. And I'm interested in how 2, 3, and 4 is going to pan out. So I'm definitely going to be covering the show myself. And thank you, Black Talent Beats. He agrees with Larry.
I like it.
Yes, but
He's a scholar and a gentleman.
Right on. Let's go ahead and move on to the final topic of the day. And what is it about? Man, it is about 2-time Academy Award winner, Mr. Mahershala Ali. I was talking about him just a few days ago with Lamont. We Get a Life Gains, because there was rumors that he was going to be leaving the MCU. or the Blade film. And some people were speculating because it's about this movie that we're going to be talking about right now, and that us hearing some news that there's some type of scheduling conflict is inevitable. Hopefully that is not the case, but this is topic number 6 coming from Variety. And no, that's incorrect. This is topic number 6 coming from the Hollywood Reporter. And it says Mahershala Ali in talks to star in new Jurassic World movie. They do have the exclusive. Larry, I don't know. I am not interested in seeing another Jurassic World movie. I'm not. The last one was just so trash. But when you have Mahershala Ali in it, that is a good way to get my attention and to get me back on board. Mahershala Ali, the 2-time Oscar winner whose last seen in Netflix hits Leave the World Behind, is in talks to join Scarlett Johansson. I forgot she was in the movie. Black Widow? That's 2 people right there I like. To set in this new film. Jonathan Bailey, Rupert Friend, and Manuel Garcia Ruffalo are already on the manifest for the project that is stomping towards a production start in mid-June in London with Gareth Edwards in the director's chair. The studio is keeping the plot details hidden in a can of Barbosa. That's funny. If you've seen the original Jurassic Park, you know what that's about. David Culp, the original screenwriter of Jurassic Park 93 and Lost World, penned the script for the new installment. So, Larry, so far this is starting out good. We got Scarlett Johansson. Hold on, Mr. Make us big. We got Scarlett Johansson, Mahershala Ali, and the people that wrote the original 2 Jurassic Park movies coming back for the script. I guess well, I take that back because the last film had the entire original cast too, and that it sucked. But maybe the writers will make it better. I don't know, man. Does this pique your interest? Does this get you excited? How are you feeling about Mahershala Ali joining this franchise?
I'll be honest with you. I'm completely indifferent. I just don't care. I mean, it's Jurassic Park. I mean, let's be real. I'm gonna watch it, If they come out with a new Jurassic Park movie, I'm gonna watch it. If they come out with a new Star Wars movie, I'm gonna watch it. If they come out with a new Indiana Jones movie, I'm gonna watch it. There's certain movies I'm just gonna watch, and they could be terrible every single time, but I'm still gonna give it a shot. But I mean, does it get me excited? No. That's the thing. I like Mahershala Ali, but he's not one of those actors where I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm going to see it because he's in it.
Yeah,
he doesn't get me pumped up like that. Like he's a fine actor, and I don't expect him to go into something and tank it. He just doesn't get me excited for projects. Like if Denzel's in a movie, I'm going to see Denzel. I'm seeing Denny.
Okay, I was just about to ask that question.
I'm seeing Holly. Okay. I don't feel that way about him.
Besides Halle Berry, besides Denzel Washington, and besides Howard the Duck, who would need to pop up in this movie? Who would need to pop up in this movie for you to want to go see this opening day?
Oh, man. Go see it opening day?
Yes.
Angelina Jolie would be good.
Wow. I was not expecting that.
Who I would love to see? I'll tell you what would be great to have in here.
Who was that?
Have Angelina Jolie with Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston all in the movie. That would be fantastic. Have Jennifer have Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie as the family couple there on vacation, running through trying to save stuff, and have Jennifer Aniston as some crazed scientist that has taken control over the dinosaurs, and she's attacking people and trying to attack Brad and
wow.
Angelina Jolie.
That is interesting.
That would be hilarious and adventurous and exciting on so many levels. That would just be great. And I'm sure for them, it would probably be cathartic on some level too. So, yeah, but I mean, to be honest with you, him leaving Blade, I was never. If you go back and look at the old stuff, I was never a fan of him for Blade in the first place. I always said from the very beginning, I thought he was too old for Blade. I felt like if you're going to do a new Blade, you need to find someone that's young, find someone that's in their early to mid 30s that can be in that role for a good 15 years at least, because Blade is not really supposed to age like that, and Mahershala Ali is going to be damn near 60 by the time they finish a good Blade run. So
if you had to pick a film from Mahershala, you can only pick one. He can only pop up in one. Would you want him to pop up in Blade or Jurassic World with Scarlett Johansson?
If I can only pick one film for him to pop up in, I would like him to lead a movie project for the boys.
No.
I want to see him as...
It has to either be Blade or Jurassic World.
Oh, then Jurassic World. I'd rather see him in Jurassic World. I never wanted him in Blade in the first place, so send him on over there with the dinosaurs because, it's an age thing to begin with, so send him over there with the dinosaurs.
Okay. I am mad at you, man. I am mad at you. Well, I have nothing.
First of all you folks out there, I'm not saying that he's old. I'm just saying he's too old for Blade.
Gotcha. I got you. Yeah, I didn't want him as Blade either. I'm not mad about it. I just wanted Wesley Snipes because I was just so in love with that portrayal. I'm pretty sure he'll do a good job, but we'll see if he stays on to the franchise. As far as Jurassic World is concerned,
not Blade though. I want Wesley Snipes in Blade, just not as Blade.
What? That isn't. I don't get it. Yeah. I don't get it, man.
Because he's too old too. He's too old.
I don't understand that. I'm on the only person that don't be aging people. Like, they're still capable of fulfilling a role, especially with today's technology. First of all, in my opinion, they're still. I mean, y'all are acting like these men have canes or something. Like, come on.
It's the look, though. It's the look. And yes, you're right. With technology, you can't age them down. But if somebody says to me, if I'm a studio head, and someone says to me, "Hey, we want to bring in Wesley, and we want to spend millions of dollars on CGI aging him down," or you can go hire a younger actor that we're not going to have all those problems. We're not going to have to worry about aging him down. We can just shoot him, and that's it. And he's going to be good for at least the next 10, maybe 15 years.
What's wrong with having a 50, 55-year-old Blade character? And black don't crack anyway.
Because it does crack eventually.
I mean, are we really going to be watching a movie like, man, I don't know, man. He look kind of old, man. Like I don't know, bro.
See, if we were talking about a continuation of the old Blade, where maybe Blade was supposed to be older, then maybe you can bring in Wesley. But if we're starting with a new Blade, we're starting fresh. We have Blade, we're starting fresh. We know Blade is not supposed to be 65 years old. Blade is supposed to be younger. He's supposed to age very, very, very slowly. And you can't do that. You can't tell that story when the dude's old. You just can't do it. If you can't have him starting off, if Keanu can be John Wick, Mahershala can. No, there's a difference, though. There's a difference. John Wick is not supposed to be superhuman or a vampire. He's just a dude that kills people with a whole bunch of guns because he lost his dog.
Okay, hold on. Another super chat from Dane C. Hold on. I think the next Jurassic Park world is set in Africa, hence then one of my... What? What? Hold on. That's. Oh my God. No, that's.
Oh my God, bro. Oh hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass.
Dang, are you serious? Thank you for. I'm doing that with love. I'm doing that with love. It was just jokes. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the comment. But I don't. Are you joking? Are you trolling? But that's just silly. But. I mean, do you have
I'll tell you what they should do. They should have a crossover where they have Killmonger who reanimates Claw, and they go and ride on the backs of T-Rexes into Wakanda to take back to the throne.
Oh my God! All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. You're tripping, bro.
and then we can bring in Howard the Duck and the Ninja Turtles to save the day.
Yes, Darth Vader, He-Man, Fast and the Furious. It's all about family. Care Bears. Why not? The whole kabang. You know what I'm saying? Captain Planet. Everybody. Power Rangers. Beetle boards. Man, guys, link is in the description box below for you to read at your own leisure. What do y'all think about Mahershala joining the Jurassic World franchise? Does it get you excited, or you just like, man, let this franchise die? The last few movies sucked. Let us know. Let us know. Please, please, please let us know.
Is he capable of having fun like that, though? Is he capable of making a movie just really fun?
Who, Mahershala?
You know? Yeah, because movies, I know he's a great actor and he can make, but can he make a movie fun? Like Jurassic Park is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a fun, big screen, exciting adventure movie. And he doesn't come off to me as the big, exciting adventure movie type of actor.
Well, Larry,
he seems like
maybe
the dude that's going to be very like intense, emotional, the kind, you expect a big, in-depth performance from him.
Maybe he can surprise us. Maybe he can surprise us. We're gonna have to see. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to wrap it up for today's show for Movie News Roundup number 129. I really do appreciate you guys coming through and kicking it with me and my boy Larry. And also thank you for your patience. I know I had a lot of technical difficulties and all that, but for those that came back, thank you, thank you, thank you. It means the world to me over here. It really does. But of course, before we head out of here, Larry, won't you let the good people know what you got going on your lovely channel over here on Today I Feel Like?
Oh man, I'm just making more videos about whatever it is I feel like making now. So, I've had enough with YouTube and their algorithm that now I have just decided to do whatever in the hell it is I feel like doing. So that's what I'm doing. You might find a camera video on my channel. You might find a cell phone video. You might find just a vlog of me mad because Frontier Airlines stranded us in the desert. You never know. So just check it out, and it's always going to be something fun and ridiculous, but it's just come and see what's up.
Already appreciate that. Also, guys, share the video. I'm trying to make it to 75,000 subscribers, so I need your help. You can thumbs up, leave a comment. That will help out a ton. Thank you so much. I appreciate that as well. And what I have up on my channel, coming up on my channel, I think I have some type of review reaction for The Acolyte. Also, I am seeing Bad Boys 4 tomorrow night, and so I'm going to try to get you guys an out of the theater reaction for that. And also, me and Kimberly recorded our recap for the first 2 episodes of Clipped, starring Lawrence Fishburne in the role of Doc Rivers on the new FX show. It's very, very good, and that'll be premiering that Tuesday morning, Monday at midnight, I think. Yeah, Monday. Nice. Monday at midnight or something like that. And so looking forward to that as well. Larry, do you see 2 images of yourself right now?
No, I just see 1.
Okay, cool. Okay. I guess Kimberly clicked the box off. Well, guys, again, we just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery, that's Larry, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time. Hold on, I got to do it right. Okay, here we go.